Most people think that emotional availability is actually an option. But let me correct you. Emotional availability is absolutely a necessity if you're going to date people or even if you are in a relationship. And this is the exact topic we are going to talk about in today's episode. If you're new here, I'm Vesh, and this is the place where we talk about everything from healing your traumas, building self love, self esteem, confidence, and as a result of which, building your best life. I know this might hurt you a lot, but you are just as emotionally unavailable as the emotionally unavailable partners that you keep picking in your life. Understand that when you're getting into a relationship with someone, when you're dating someone, it is absolutely a necessity that the person in front of you is emotionally intelligent and is also emotionally available. Judging if the person in front of you has the capability to handle his emotions, I feel is one of the biggest attribute that you need to be looking for in a partner, but sadly, this is one attribute that is often ignored so much in the very initial stages of dating. Emotional availability is the capability to build intimacy over the long run through you being vulnerable about your emotions. It lays such a strong foundation for the relationship to run and last forever. What ends up happening is when someone is emotionally available, they are often connected to their emotions and they can convey their emotions, their needs, every problem that they have running in their mind, their thoughts to you in a very healthy manner without being passive aggressive or without even repressing their emotions. A person who is emotionally available is authentic to their needs, and this is the exact quality that's going to bring the two of you close together and lay the foundation for a healthy, mutual, long term relationship. But there is a deeper reason as to why you are picking up emotionally unavailable partners in the very first place. Now, think about it. Dealing with an emotionally unavailable person is a very hard thing to do, and somewhere there is a thought in your head that love is hard. You have to chase for love. The love that comes easily is not true love. And this often again goes back into the relationship that you had with your parents, where usually one of your parents, either it could be your mom or it could be your dad, was emotionally unavailable. And subconsciously, what happens is you end up creating the same dynamic that you had with your parents in your adult relationship as well. And you're not even aware of it. This process of choosing an emotionally unavailable partner happens at such a very deep unconscious level that when you start dating someone and when you pick someone in the very beginning, you might not even think they're emotionally unavailable. In fact, they might be everything you have wanted in a partner. They would probably check all your boxes and they would probably be the perfect person when it comes to looks, the way they behave, how fun they are, or whatever attribute that you need. Because when we enter into a connection, we don't usually judge a person based on how can they communicate their emotions in a healthy way. We usually see the attributes such as how good looking they are or how much fun do they usually have. Do they have a very fun life or not? Can I have a good time with this person? Which is why emotional maturity and emotional intelligence is a very underrated attribute that a lot of people end up ignoring. And the lack of emotional availability from any one of the partner is one of the biggest reason why relationships fail in the very first place. This is why you end up picking emotionally unavailable people who cannot meet your needs and who cannot love you in the way that you want to be loved. It's basically like asking a person who's sitting on a wheelchair to run a marathon. They do not even have a grip or a handle over their own emotions. How do you expect them to communicate their emotions in a healthy way? And emotionally unavailable people in most of the cases have an avoidant attachment. So what happens even with these people is they grow up in an environment where their emotional needs were not met. So emotionally unavailable people are also traumatized because they did not get that emotional validation even from their parents. However, their coping mechanism was to completely shut their emotions off, completely distance themselves even from their own emotions, completely ignore the existence of their hurt, sadness, anxiety, whatever it is. However, please remember that it's not your problem. Every person's healing is their own responsibility. You are not born in this world to fix someone else. A relationship is not supposed to be a broken project that you end up fixing and you end up repairing over a long period of time. You are not here to repair the woman or you're not here to repair the man in front of you. And you need to get rid of this mindset that, I can change this person. Someone you end up dating will show their true version over a period of 1 to 3 months. So stop getting attached in the very first month thinking this person is your dream partner. People take time to show and reveal their true version. And you have to be patient. However, if you are in this anxiety-ridden place where you just desperately want someone to love you, how are you going to end up attracting a healthy partner? And then you are already so attached and you already have so many feelings for this person, and then you end up heartbroken because this person cannot show you love. The problem is you give out your heart too soon to people without even giving them the chance to show their true selves and giving them the chance to earn your love. You need to put your heart inside a closed box for the first 1 to 3 months of dating a person so that you can understand who they are. And it's because you give your heart out too soon, you end up heartbroken because this person cannot love you the way you want to be loved, and then you end up blaming, oh, women are bad, oh, men are bad, there are no good people on this planet. But it's your fault that you gave out your heart too soon without even judging the character of this person that you are dating. People can only hide their true version for a very limited period of time. After a point, it's going to come out and you have to wait for that. You have to understand what this person is like, not just when they're happy to be around, also how this person handles conflicts, how this person processes their emotions and deals with their emotions in a healthy way. And your subconscious mind already knows that this person is not good for you, but you end up picking up the same kind of people who are emotionally unavailable so you can reaffirm your wounds to yourself that you are unworthy, that you are unlovable, love is hard and love is not easy to find. And until you break this pattern, you are always going to end up attracting emotionally unavailable people. And then you are crying yourself to sleep, and then you are sending long text to this person who does not even want to have a confrontation with you in the very first place, saying that how you deserve good treatment. Seriously, nobody cares if you deserve good treatment or not. Do yourself a favor, please don't embarrass yourself by sending that long text to that person, telling them how they should have treated you better. Instead, just please do yourself a favor and walk away. Hold your head up high and walk away with your self-respect. If you can heal yourself and pick up a partner who actually meets your needs, loves you the way you want to be loved, does not re-trigger your wounds, that is where real intimacy is built. That is where real intimacy is built through vulnerability. And these are the connections which won't fuel your anxiety and won't lead you into disappointment. But if you're constantly addicted to picking up partners who are emotionally unavailable and you feel that you can fix them, you feel that you can actually bring them out of their misery, you're just going to end up making your life miserable. And the faster you realize that, the quicker you can save yourself. You need to stop blaming other people and you need to start taking ownership for the shit that you do. It's very easy to point finger on someone else and say that, oh, that person is emotionally unavailable, they did not treat me well. But what was your part in it? How long did you tolerate their behavior? Your boundaries were broken, but you still tolerated that. So stop playing the victim card, because in a way you also played a role when it comes to picking, choosing and being with an emotionally unavailable person, even though they did show you that they have a very hard time meeting your needs. And this is also where you allowed your boundaries to be broken, because you do not love yourself enough to identify that you deserve better than this. Most people do not run away from amazing people. They run away from parts of themselves which they are not willing to look at, heal, in order for them to be a good, worthy partner. And that is such an immature behavior. A mentally good, healthy person would do whatever it takes without making excuses to work on themselves in order for them to save and make a connection work. It's as simple as if they wanted to, they would. And you need to stop making excuses for people who do not want to do that. And these are some of the traits of emotionally unavailable people. They mainly struggle when it comes to communicating their emotions and needs in a healthy manner. They avoid confrontation at all cost. They even struggle to sit with their own emotions, and how do you expect them to articulate their emotions to you, let alone understand your emotions? They are very much disinterested in their own needs, because let's be honest, they don't even know how to handle their needs. They are probably not even aware that they have needs. Another trait of an emotionally unavailable person is they often end up seeking perfection in the people they are dating, because that is an easy way out. The moment something goes wrong, the moment there is a conflict, or the moment there is an issue, it's their way out, because they do not have the mental mental capacity and bandwidth to deal with real problems. So emotionally unavailable people are also the one who end up ghosting other people because they do not actually have the capacity to do the hard work to make a relationship work. So the easy way out is exiting without even communicating in a healthy manner. So the moment an emotionally unavailable partner finds anything that's wrong within you, that is probably their cue to leave the relationship, because that's an easy way out, right? Not having to work hard in order to make a connection work, because deep down they are scared of facing their own emotions, and rather they would probably completely ignore the problem. And this is why they end up ignoring the problem altogether rather than having a conversation about it like an adult. If you're with an emotionally unavailable person, you're going to end up doing all the work. You're going to text them, you're going to call them, you're going to arrange the dates, and they're never going to say no to you. They would come and hang out with you, but they are never going to initiate something from their side. Commitment is not even a word in their vocabulary, and they would do anything in their power to stay away from commitment. Whenever you bring up the conversation of what is their intention when it comes to dating or what are they looking for, they would absolutely do their best to completely dodge that conversation and get out of that conversation, because they don't even know what they want. How do you expect someone who is living in hell to understand their own needs? And the biggest red flag by an emotionally unavailable person is they often give you mixed signals. Sometimes you'll feel that they are really into you, sometimes you'll feel that they're absolutely not into you, and there will be a lot of inconsistency in their behavior when it comes to communicating with you. They choose to hang out with you as per their convenience. They choose to be with you as per their convenience. And they also get so overwhelmed with their own emotions, let alone the emotions of someone standing in front of them. You will save yourself from so much misery if you just understand that you cannot form connection with people who are disconnected from their true selves. Waiting for someone to act correctly in a way is you disrespecting yourself. Please remember that your life is too short. You deserve to be with someone who knows how to love you, shows genuine interest in you, and is also willing to work on building a healthy relationship. If you are in a connection with an emotionally unavailable person, please do yourself a favor and walk away, and you would save yourself from all that heartbreak. And you will save yourself from months and years of being in that miserable situation. You are in a way compromising your own worth because someone cannot fully afford it. And that is also because you don't know what your worth is. You don't love yourself enough. You don't have any self-esteem. You don't have any self-confidence. You don't have any self-worth, which is why you often end up staying in these kind of situations. And if you want to get coached by me when it comes to improving your self-love, self-esteem, confidence, so that you don't end up attracting these kind of emotionally unavailable people, you will find all the links in the description box below. A huge act of self-care is when you decide you no longer want to pursue that person who is emotionally unavailable. And this requires a lot of strength. It requires a lot of courage to walk away from a person you like, walk away from a person you love and you care for, just because you understand that this connection is not something that is healthy for you. It requires a lot of guts to do that, because you are going back in the unknown again. You have that possibility open in front of you where you have to possibly meet new people and you have to possibly end up going out on dates. But please understand that it's always better to try again rather than being stuck with a person who's going to make your life miserable. The best thing you can do is to engage with people who are sweet on your nervous system and who do not trigger you, who are also in a healthy space mentally, and someone who knows how to communicate their feelings and emotions to you in a healthy manner. Especially as a woman, the number one thing that makes a woman feel unsafe is if a man has absolutely no regard for her emotional well-being. If you're a woman, please understand that you are more emotionally tuned than men are. If your man cannot show up for you in the way that you want him to show up, you're going to put yourself into a fight or flight mode, and you're going to wreck your nervous system, and this is constantly going to keep you anxious and in a stress-ridden situation. And this is going to affect your health, this is going to affect your entire life. So please, do yourself a favor and choose someone who is emotionally available. A person who knows you are sad and still goes to sleep, in all honesty, does not deserve your love. If they truly cared for you, they would have a conversation with you. It's as simple as if they wanted to, they would. And you need to understand that and stop making excuses for these people who are not able to show up for you. And the faster you get yourself out of such a connection that is not healthy for your nervous system, the faster you can lead a happy life, and you probably have chances of meeting someone who would know how to love you the way you deserve to. Love doesn't hurt, it's not supposed to hurt. But if you're losing yourself in the process, and if you're losing who you know yourself to be, then that means that that love is not for you. But because you have that deep fear of loneliness and being alone, you end up staying in connections which are absolutely disastrous for your mental health. So save yourself from those years of therapy and please learn to walk away, even though it's a very difficult thing to do. A healthy love should help you blossom and flourish and make you the best version of yourself. Not the version of you that is ridden with anxiety, not the version of you that's completely stressed out day and night because you don't know what this person in front of you actually wants from you because they don't know what they want themselves. And it's high time you understand that you need to do what's best for you even if it feels like shit. I hope this episode was helpful when it comes to putting some perspective into your mind. So thank you for watching this and I'll see you in the next one.